Just said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Third and short yardage, Penix. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Fourth down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Koo knocks this one through the post, and the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff in field position and took the ball and moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
Off the play fake, Young. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Carolina.
Rashad Bateman.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Panthers have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Being chased out left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Third and 5.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Carolina.
Rashad Bateman.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You look at this Carolina defense.
It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll go play action here with Penix.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Now motion left with Mooney.
Second and 3.
To the right side and intercepted.
And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over here at their own own 22-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 1st and 10, it's Penix. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed.
2nd and 5. They'll throw with Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. When you look at this defense,
this unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Penix. Now this aired out deep for Reed.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
And now they'll shift things around. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Able to slither by.
And the Panthers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
On 1st and 10, Dodson buying time to his left. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, Dodson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw, Young. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. Lutz now to kick this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. A play fake. Now Penix. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. They go play action. Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Second and 10. Operating from the gun. Dodson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Young on third down. Flushed out right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30. A third down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
A first down throw for Young. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a second and 10. And Bateman, he'll go in motion right here. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. It's Young off play action. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Perriman. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield. Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Here's Hubbard.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
They've got the comfortable lead. Decision time here. Do they go for it, press their luck?
Listen, if I'm the head coach, I take my headset off, I turn to my defense and say, guess what, guys? We're going for it right here, right now. I want the knockout shot, and if it doesn't happen, you've got my back, don't you? Go get it.
And if you don't get it, the other offense, they've got a long way to go in the other direction.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go.
To the air, Penix.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
They are going for it. Penix.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Ready. 32.
On 1st down, Dodson. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Penix going to look to throw on 1st down.
Dancing to his left. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown.
Drake London.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Falcons get a bit closer.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board.
And got his man complete.
There he goes again.
Touchdown, Carolina.
Rashad Bateman
On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Panthers are able to add on to their first-half lead.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go. Do you tighten up? Undercrush.
Looking to throw, Penix.
Steps away to his left. He's got a man complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He got 29 yards that time.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles. But that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown, and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters. But in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. And they'll go again here with Hubbard.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now here's Young. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hubbard. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Young off the play fake. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And this is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. A big play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Panthers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Lutz with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
Here we go, set. Yellow, 22.
Even. 4 down. Even. Check 37. Check 30.
10 cycle. Steel, flat.
First down, Young.
He'll dump this one off to Hubbard.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Ready up.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down.
6. Mega. Claws, 10. Ultra. Ultra. Cut, cut.
They'll give this to Hubbard running right.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
43. Spike, 60.
Check 31. Check 31. Bang, 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 bang.
Slide through.
Mike 4. Come up the ball.
It's Young on first down.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
On second down, it's Penix.
Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run the draw here with Robinson. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. Operating from the gun, Penix.
And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
An audible here to get a new look. On the bootleg, it's Penix.
They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired, and hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
On play action, Young. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Noah Fant from 17 yards out.
And the Panthers extend their lead yet again.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
Allen hit. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Check 52. White.
Now a 1st down throw for Young.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 5. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Penix to throw on 2nd down.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Marquise Bell. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Check, tight right. Solo out there, check down.
back to throw. Dodson completes it to Fant on the right side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And they'll get him down up past the 15. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. So no gain on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Third down and 13.
79 Broncos.
We got 4. We got 4.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And caught by London. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
To throw again is Penix. Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Penix.
Drops it underneath for Collins.
And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's short. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now Penix.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Throwing again, Penix.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
And looking to throw, Penix.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll go for it. Here's Penix.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the... And now look at him go. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Wants to try to add the PAT. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Running right, it's Pollard.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
And now an audible here into something else.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Got London on a slant.
So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Pollard, he'll take it up the gut. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 53 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively. Being chased out left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. They'll go play action here with Penix. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Throwing, Young. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Lutz will look to add the extra point.
Now Young going to move him around.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Here's Pollard again. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now a give here to Pollard.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance.